Way back when here. I want to weigh in on these Hatfield shotguns that Walmart's carrying for about 99 bucks. I bought mine from budsgunshop.com. I'd much rather support the local shops when I can, and so that's what I did, and I paid $115. So I paid $14 more. I supported a smaller business, and that makes me feel good. So the 14 bucks was not lost. That was money well spent, in my opinion. So the first one I'm going to talk about is the 410 Youth model. Okay, here we go. This is the Hatfield 410 Youth model. It's made in Turkey. Now, the first thing I noticed when I opened the box, the wood grip on the barrel was slightly different color than the wood on the stock. The wood's beautiful. It's all in beautiful shape. There's no nicks, no scratches, no dents. That was one of the complaints on the internet, was that it was all dinged up right here, and this has no dents, scratches, or dings in it. The only thing, like I said, I noticed was a little bit of darker color in the wood here. Now, the second thing I noticed was that the trigger guard right here, this is how you break it open, and it was very, very stiff. Little kids couldn't break it open. So I went ahead and I lubed the entire gun with some good gun oil on all the moving parts, and it's just as smooth and as slick as can be. Easy to open. An 8 or a 10-year-old kid could open this. It does look sort of antique-ish. It's made to have that old rustic look, like your grandfather's single-shot shotgun. The receiver here, it's not steel, it's some kind of aluminum or some other kind of metal, I would assume aluminum. I did notice the roll pins. They're sticking out further on one side than the other, but that's an easy fix, that's no problem. And then here's another thing that everyone seemed to be complaining about on the internet, was the trigger pull. I gotta tell you, it is sort of stiff. And the hammer pulling back is sort of stiff. Now, you can take the stock off, and there's a leaf spring in here that controls the trigger, and you can adjust that, but let's be real. It's a $100 gun. It wasn't made for precision. It's a shotgun. It's not a bench rest gun. I don't see any reason to take it apart and mess around with the spring and the screw and try to lighten the trigger pull. Like I said, I think it's fine the way it is. I'm really impressed with it so far. Haven't had it out yet, haven't shot it yet, but for a $100 shotgun, it's not a bad gun. And you know, a lot of the reviews were bad, saying, oh, the finish isn't perfect, and this and that, and this and that, and it's got a stiff trigger pull, and the gun's stiff. Like I said, a little bit of oil takes care of that. And you know, you got a multi-generational tool here. If you take care of this thing, keep the wood oiled, keep the metal parts lubed up, this thing will last forever. You hand this down to your grandkids. It is 410, like I said. It does shoot 3-inch shells. It's got a bead sight here on the end, a brass bead, and it's a smooth bore shotgun. For $100, I don't see how you could go wrong. And what's to complain about? If you're willing to complain about this for $100, then you must be a gun schnob. I mean, this is just, it's just your basic break in half shotgun. They've always hovered around the $69, $79, $99 range. You know, when I was a kid, you could pick them up for $69, $79. They've gone up slightly. It's just, that's the time we're in. But for the money, seems to be a great little gun. I would not hesitate to buy one of these, especially the youth model. Now, one thing that makes this great for all ages is the fact that it does fit in a backpack. And because it's the youth model, stock's a little shorter, barrel's a little shorter, it would fit down in a backpack folded up perfectly. The other thing that makes it fine for adults is that it can be moved around easily in a small area. It's not so long like a traditional shotgun. So that's another great feature for an adult. It also shoulders well. Now, there was one more negative that I did find. The barrel is a little bit rough right here around the edges. You can't see it in the finish, but you can see it by looking at the end. It's just sawed flat. It's fairly a thick barrel, thicker than a lot of shotguns that I see. But like I said, you can feel a little bit of burring where they cut it off. You can't see it, but you can feel it. But over time, that would smooth out just from wear. But like I said, for $100, not a bad choice. If you're looking for your kid's first shotgun or a backpack gun, I would not hesitate to buy this Hatfield Youth model. Thanks for watching, like and subscribe.